Let me tell you a little bit about this device you're getting today. You have a really cool tool at your fingertips. Did you know movie makers use technology to create the movies you go see? Astronauts have devices as they plan explorations and build equipment. Police officers have devices in their squad cars. What you are being loaned brings some exciting possibilities as you learn, create, and explore. Remember though, with this tool come some big responsibilities as well. With a device of your own comes huge responsibility. You have to be trustworthy in how you use your Chromebook. Let's learn some ways to responsibly use that Chromebook.
Having a computer is so much fun. There are so many great things that you can do and learn while using them. However, making sure that we are responsible while using our computer is very important. That means appropriate searches. If you wouldn't do it with your mom sitting next to you, or your teacher sitting next to you, or even your principal, then you shouldn't do it at all. Make sure that you respect yourself, your school, and your family by making sure that we're doing appropriate searches.
Google Docs can be a lot of fun. You can use them to collaborate with people and a lot of things that you can't do with just paper and pencil. But the important thing is that you use them appropriately. You use them to collaborate and not to chat with your buddies.
Being a responsible digital citizen reminds me of a saying in one of Julia Cook's books, Technology Tale. Think before you post. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And is it kind? If you can say yes to all 5 of those things before you post, you are being a responsible digital citizen.
All right, hello everybody. I wanted to just say a few things real quickly about these amazing devices, our Chromebooks. Excited that we are able to provide everyone with the Chromebooks again. They're great tools. Awesome things you can do with them in the classroom. However, that said, we want to make sure we're using them the right way. Make sure you're listening to your teachers, using them when you're supposed to be and for the right things, and not using them when you're not supposed to be. Just like, again, with paper and pencil, I wouldn't want you drawing pictures, being distracted when your teacher's talking to you about the math lesson. I don't want you on here searching the internet, again, when you're supposed to be paying attention. So make sure you listen to your teacher. These are great tools. You're going to learn how to do a lot of great things with them. At the same time, we want to make sure you're using the right way and don't get yourself in trouble with them. So make sure you guys listen to your teachers. You'll be in good shape.
Your device won't work if you don't take care of it. Here are some ways to keep your Chromebook in top working condition.
Welcome students, we're here today to talk to you a little bit about Chromebook safety. Make sure that you keep your Chromebook in the case, because in the case keeps the Chromebook safe.
Definitely when you're walking down the hallway, you want to make sure that you keep your Chromebooks with you and you're not in a hurry swinging it around and could possibly bang into corners or the doorway when you're going into a room.
Another thing you never want to do with your Chromebook is to put it into doors, a door stop. That door could get jammed in and do a lot of damage, even if it's in your case.
Also, by the way, when you're on the stairs and when you're with your buddies, please don't play basketball and mess around with them and throw them into buckets. You could really damage your Chromebook that way as well.
Watch out for trash cans or obstacles when you're walking through the hall.
And definitely, you don't want to play football with your Chromebook.
When you take your Chromebook home, don't leave it alone. Younger sisters and brothers could remember, kids, be very careful with your Chromebooks, and if you have younger sisters and brothers, don't let them play with it.
Hi everybody. When you get your Chromebook this year, one thing you want to remember is that you need to take care of the device. One thing our tech department has noticed is that Chromebooks are being broken while they're in backpacks. So there's some things you can do to keep your Chromebook safe. First, don't drop your backpack when your Chromebook's in there. Also be careful not to shove your backpack into your locker while your Chromebook is in there, and especially be careful on the bus. Take your backpack off of your back before you sit down on the bus, so you're not slamming into your seat and your Chromebook is getting smashed inside your backpack. So remember, when you're given the Chromebook, to take extra care to keep it safe throughout the year.
Hi, I'm Connor.
And I'm Emily, and welcome to the tech office. Connor and I are two of the techs that do repairs here, and today we're going to talk about one of the most common repairs that we see.
So pretty often, we have students come down with broken screens. Now, there are a variety of ways that this can happen, but one of the most common things that we see is a student accidentally leaving an object on the keyboard and then closing their lid. In this case, it was earbuds.
So, someone was enjoying some music and forgot to move their earbuds and then close the lid, and this is what you get. And it doesn't always happen with earbuds, it can also happen with pencils, crayons, or any other object that you might leave on your keyboard.
So remember, be a good kid and check your keyboard before you close your lid.
As we all know, sometimes things go wrong. Well, here are some tips to help you if your Chromebook isn't working the way you need it to.
Your Chromebook is an extremely reliable device, but like any computer, things can sometimes not work the way you want them to. Here's a couple of troubleshooting tips. One of the most common problems you will come across is a bad internet connection, and here's how to fix it. First, click on the status tray in the lower right-hand corner. Next, click on the down arrow underneath the Wi-Fi symbol and choose the correct network. If you are connected to the wrong network, click on the correct one, and if necessary, you will be prompted to sign in to your chosen network. If you find that your Chromebook is running slower than usual or just generally acting weird, here's a way to fix it. You'll need to clear the cache and the browsing history. Chrome OS is essentially just the Chrome browser, and like any browser, it collects temporary information over time which can accumulate and slow things down. Here's how to clear the cache and the browsing history. Click on the status tray and then click on the gear symbol for settings. Next, you want to search for the word cache, and then you'll need to scroll down because it's down here at the bottom, so click on this area. Make sure that your time range is set to all time. Make sure the browsing history box is checked. Make sure the cached images and files box is checked. You can leave this one unchecked and then click on Clear Data. Now that your browsing history is cleared, go ahead and use your computer. If it still is misbehaving, please do a restart. And remember, you do a restart by clicking on the status tray, clicking on this power button, and that will shut it down, and then you turn it back on. You can also add apps to your Chromebook by going to the web store. Click on the apps launcher down in the lower left-hand corner, and then search for Web Store. Click on Web Store. You can add any of these apps that are found in the Northwest Allen County Web Store. Click on them and follow the instructions that are given. Now, another thing that you can do is that when you open up an app, you can pin it to the shelf. This area down here is called the shelf. So I'm going to open up the Files app because that's one that I'm going to use all the time. So now that my Files app is open, I can come down here to the Files app on the shelf and right-click it. Right-click is a 2-finger push, and I click on Pin, and now this is permanently in the shelf that I can go open it up anytime that I want to. I hope you found these basic tips useful. If none of these tips work in solving your issue, please ask your teacher for help, as they have some more tools in their arsenal to use. If your teacher can't solve the problem, they'll send you to the library, where one of our technicians will help you further in diagnosing and fixing your issue.
Okay, everyone, now you know the basics of how to responsibly use and take care of your Chromebook. During class, your teachers will help you learn more about using your Chromebook. I know you are going to have a great year learning, creating, and exploring with your teachers and with your classmates. It'll be neat to see all the exciting things students at school do this year.